today we're going to be doing a tier list of the brand new season Dread Factor. I'm going to just go straight into it. Let me know in the comment section if you agree or disagree with any of my opinions. Cattail. Sledge, always a good pick. Soft Breach, Nades, what more could you want? Thatcher, always a good pick if available. Doesn't have to be to breach a wall. It can be just to like remove utility like ADSs, disable banshees, anything. Smoke, I'm gonna say he is like a mostly good pick now. He's lost his shield, so he doesn't bring that aspect. He's still good because of his utility, but there's also others that offer the same as him. Mew, mostly a good pick. Similar, he can deny intel, but there's also other operators that can deny intel these days. In some cases, you are going to want to bring Ace, but Thermite can be great most of the time. Ashe, I'm gonna say it's mostly a good pick. I think she's like in a mint position right now. Her gun is so good, but like she doesn't bring a lot to the team. But in this fragger meta, she is going to be good and one to pick. Site dependent for Pulse, definitely. He's a good pick on most sites, to be fair, but you just got to make sure you do have that vertical play you can play with him. Castle, also site dependent. Not a lot of sites have good castle strats with them. Monty can bring some value some of the time. Everyone can play Monty. He is a good operator. However, not a lot of sites can actually appreciate his full value. And I think if you're going to do a certain push, then Monty will be the time to bring him. Twitch, I would say, is a situational pick. If there's a team running a lot of Goyo, then pick Twitch. Doc can bring some value some of the time. Again, there's not much to say about Doc. He just heals his teammates and has a good gun. Rook can obviously give more health, can bring value, like not some of the time, most of the time, all the time essentially. But I wouldn't say he's like based on a situation or a site. Fuse, definitely a site dependent operator. He's really good at not only destroying utility, but actually burning utility like ADSs. Glaz, I'm going to put on only good if you know how to play them. A lot of people think they can play with a sniper, me included, but I don't think it's that easy. He is good, obviously, without the scope it is just a DMR at the end of the day, but I'm trash with them. Tachanka can bring back some value some of the time. Again, it's just a lot harder to deny area with him than it is other operators like Goyo and Smoke. It's a lot harder to aim. Since Capcan's lost his 1.5, I feel like I haven't seen him as much. But I think he's still a decent pick, got a good gun. Probably, yeah, can bring some value some of the time. People still don't look for the EEDs. Blitz, only good if you know how to play him. He can be a great op, but if you can't play him, there's no point playing him. IQ, can bring some value some of the time. There's no point playing IQ if they're not running ops like Valkyrie or maybe even the new Fenrir or Echo. Bandit, site dependent. If you're going to bandit trick actively, then bring bandit. If you're not, then there's other operators that are easy, that are harder for the attackers to get rid of that you can use. Jaeger's mostly a good pick all the time. Brings good util. Buck, always a good pick. I think, like, if you've got a sledge, though, I wouldn't bring a Buck. And if you've got a Buck, I wouldn't bring a sledge. I'd say sledge is slightly over Buck because he has nades. But then at the same time, Buck is slightly over sledge because he can do vertical damage in both directions. Frost, I'm going to say, is site dependent. Putting frost mats in dumb places is where you're going to get kills these days. Blackbeard, yeah. I do think he is a bit sleeped on, but not amazing. See, Valk's always a good pick. If she's on the board, get her picked. I feel like I should play her more in ranked. Capital's going to be situational. I think if you've had previous trouble clearing a corner or denying a wall's bandit trick, then he'll be good to pick. Everyone's been saying Cav's like the best operator recently, but honestly, I just don't rate her. So therefore, she's going there. Hibana is mostly a good pick. Again, I think Ace would be better than her. It's similar to Thermite. Like, she's good at her personal job. Like, Thermite is good at breaching full walls. Hibana is good at hatches. But if you have to do anything where you need to breach a wall large enough to get in, it's probably going to cause you trouble. Echo can be good if you do know how to play him, so I'm putting him in here. A lot of people just waste the drones. You should be more droning for your roamers now these days, I feel like. I think Jackal's still banned 24/7. If he's on the board, then yeah, I would pick him probably. Mira, always a good pick if available, pretty much. Obviously, I think there's like 1 or 2 sites that maybe shouldn't bring her. There's better options, but on the majority of places, she can be used. Ying is good, but push dependent, I think. If you're going for a fast push, then she can really shine. Legion, I actually think's always a good pick, mostly a good pick all the time. He would be up here, but I think there's just other trap operators that could be used more than him, or info operators. Sophia, I'm going to put in here because she's probably the reason you probably bring her over like Ash or Ayana, crazy, I know, would be if you wanted to like stop a bandit trick with her stuns. Ella can bring value some of the time. She's alright. Durkby, always a good pick. She's up at the top. 2 calls. DMR that's super strong. You can hack defenders intel. She's great. Vigil. Don't at me, bro. Look at Blackbeard, Vigil, and Cav. I say Lion is always a good pick. Good gun. Great util. Can't say no. Thinker can bring some value some of the time. If you've got them stupid teammates that always go down, then he's here for it. Alibi was in a lot better position when she had her 1.5 because obviously like fragging meta. She's still good, got a good gun. But I feel like she should go in like can bring value some of the time, but I feel like that's just so low. I'll leave her there, but she brings value some of the time. But again, even though it's a fragging meta, you can pretty much frag with anyone. It doesn't have to be Alibi. Maestro's out of the meta right now. I feel like I never see him played, but he can bring value some of the time. Even if it's just for info and then you play, obviously, with the Alder with just like a truck. Maverick has moved right out the meta recently. Losing his nades hurt him bad, he's down bad. Apart from that one strat at the major where like he shined, he's not used much, so I'm putting him down here. Clash, only if you know how to use them. So many people think they can use Clash, me included, but can't actually. Nomad. Pose mad. I'm gonna put like situational pick. Oh, it's like situational, site dependent. Like if you're struggling with flanks or there's a lot of flanks on a certain side, then I would suggest bringing her. Cade, he's always a good pick, pretty much. Unless it's again like me, where the 1 or 2 sites that doesn't have something need Cade in, he's always going to be useful. Gridlock, I'm going to say situational. She's really good at covering sounds of plants if you're going for a fast plant, or if you have a certain strat in mind. Mozzie can bring some value some of the time. I think most people would argue he's more up here because he has a gun in this meta. So I am going to put him up here. He's got a good gun, good util if you remember to use it. Remember, deny the drones during the round rather than in drone phase. Nook is pretty good, got 2 nades, really good lurker. Everyone in Pro League loves to use her. That's why she's going to go in here. Warden, always a good pick right now. Until Warden loses his 1.5, he's always going to be picked. He's insane. Amaru can bring value some of the time, certain strats for certain sites. Yes, great. Goyo, mostly a good pick. You can always pick him. He denies so much time. Good gun. He is losing his C4, though, I believe, and gaining like barbed wire, I think, or a deployable shield, actually, I think he's gaining. Which I think, obviously, yeah, that'd make him a lot better pick, to be fair, if he's actually getting a shield. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. Hallie, she's good. Like, her util's good, but like, there's just better options. We'll put her here. Like, if you're good with the sniper and no one else is bringing anything, like, there's so many secondary EMPs these days. Well, Mai's going up top here since he's got his 1.5 back again. He's great, just like Jaeger, really. Like, you always want one of them two on your team at a time. Ayana, always a good pick too. Got 2 nades, 2 good guns, not 1, 2 good guns. Obviously, she lost a gun 6, but that hasn't really affected her. She's still got a Gemini replicator that regens so fast and allows you to drone all round long. Oryx, console players would be putting him up here, I think. But I'm going to put him more like here. If there's some good flank opportunities, like on border, jumping up bathroom hatch or whatever, then I would take him. But right now, since he's lost his 1.5, it's just back to Legion without traps. Ace, he's going up in always a good pick. He is always a good pick. I've spoken about him before with the Thermite and the Habana. That's why he's up here just above them. He is a lot better at breaching the wall from far away while also making big breaches. Melusi, I feel like I should play Melusi a lot more, and she's probably going to sit in, mostly a good pick. I don't give her enough credit, I don't think. I just personally don't like her gun. Same with like Doc, obviously. I've got the same gun. But she is a good operator overall. Zero is given a bad rep, but he's good, I think. I'm going to say situational. Not site or push dependent. It's more like operator dependent. If you've got a Nomad already, I wouldn't really bring him. Because you more want to watch the flanks with Zero's cams. Aruni, mostly a good pick, I think. Always good to bring. She can also act further as like ADSs, as she will have to burn util to get through. I need to strong. Flores is going in situational. I think he's good, but if they're going to be running Mozzie and mute all the time, you're just going to be wasting your Flores drones going into nothing. But if they're running none of that and just like all shields and heavy defender setups, then pick him. He's going to be great. Wonderbird's just lost her util, which is just going to make it even worse. Like, console players say she up here, but I'm sorry, she's like, can bring some value some of the time. She ain't that great anymore, I'm sorry. Oh, we're getting to the end. I hate Orsa. Situational. If you've got a certain strat, she's going to be great for you. Fawn can bring value some of the time, but she's a trap operator at the end of the day. There's a lot better trap operators than her. Okay, Azami's going up in always a good pick. She's great. She has basically regenning shields. Like, she can block off so many angles. She's got a great gun and a deagle. Got impacts even better. Sense, trash. Grim, trash. Sense, he could be like, he could go up, I guess, like, can bring some value some of the time. And I'm interested to see where Grim goes with the rest of his buff, hopefully coming later this year. I'm going to put Solace in mostly a good pick. I would put her in always a good pick. I feel like some of these defenders could be better than her bringing sometimes. She obviously has a good kit, but not every site she can be used on, really. Brava is going to go in and bring some value some of the time. If the defenders are running operators that you're struggling to clear, then it can be good to bring her, as she'll then be able to actually destroy or turn the utility onto your side. Last, we have Fenrir, and I haven't really played him yet, but looking at him, I think I'm going to put him here right now. He could go up here later on, but right now, mostly a good pick. Just depends how easy it's going to be to spot them out and destroy him, I think. Obviously, he's got quite a few counters, Twitch, Brava, shooting them with bullets and stuff like that. But he does look quite strong in the position he is. I could imagine him even losing one of his discs and having 4 but still 3 codes. So I'm just interested to see how he goes into the ranked meta. So that's it. Thank you for watching my video. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!